Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Happy new moon in Virgo. Didn't put any lipstick or anything. Oh wow, they care about that stuff. I have a couple messages. Well, this one took me a while to come here, but you know, I feel like it's the right time. Look at this. Yeah, it feels like it's the right time. Isn't it beautiful? Mmm. Soak into nature. Happy new moon in Virgo, y'all. Did I just said that? Oh well. Don't be like the rest of them, darling. I don't know, he just kept saying that. Keep your heart pure. Okay? Drink your water, charge your crystals. That's what I've been doing. You know, new moons, you charge your crystals during the day. So I was doing that. Plus, you know, taking my time with God and stuff and finishing up some work that I have to finish. Now I can take a little breather, soak in nature, and drink my waters. All right, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, it absolutely use discernment. It's not for everybody. Okay. All right, so let's see how we're gonna do this. Because I've been like, see, I'm getting hot. I've been like procrastinating this, okay? And God keeps telling me, you have to do it. Here we go. Also, I don't know, he wanted me to cover my head. I was also doing some prayers in the afternoon. He kept saying, sleepy magic. Okay, so this is what they do when they don't want you guys to, you know, speak the truth, you know, do God's work, okay? So it's okay. Take a real rest. Be like, thank you so much. I would definitely go take a little nap, but I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do, okay? Don't let all these low vibrational people stop you, okay? Absolutely. Especially they're doing a lot of bullshit right now, okay? Okay, so I feel like this is a twin flame update, okay? And God he wanted you guys, or he wanted me to explain to you guys that not everybody is in this journey, and this is honestly for people who have really, really strong heart, because this is really difficult, especially when you go the journey where one of you is awakened and the other one is not, okay? And that too, you have to have that realization, that acceptance, that, you know, take the rejection and the abandonment and the mistreatment and the gaslighting and whatever. And also that too is like feeling them like really wasting their life away. But then again, that is none of your business though. This is why, you know, we really have to learn, master even the spiritual boundaries, okay? That you don't need to be giving that person energy, especially when they're using it to give it to a bunch of karmics, or they're not using it for good, okay? So you have to learn to use spiritual discernment, okay? A lot of you, I feel like there's this energy of tables have turned, and a lot of tarot readers right now, the good ones, are talking about this right now. That's the collective energy, okay? There's a cute ant. Ah, so big. Where are your... Yeah. Anyway, so now they thought their grass was greener somewhere else. They thought they could find better. You know, all the really hurtful things, you know. And I'm going to put the confirmation in the description below. These are literally spirit had guided me. And also go check on TikTok, like I said before, the reposts. Okay, but those are gonna, if you haven't healed a lot in your heart, or you're not in that space yet, it's gonna trigger those videos. Okay, definitely it would have been trigger for me if I haven't done this healing shadow work, and also like literally let this person go, right? Wish them well, wish them that they have a good life, that they have good things. And I feel like this is the energy where this person feels it, right? They feel like, oh my God, what did I do? Like now they're having their realization, right? You fruit, you lose, right? And that's the energy as well, that you cannot like this healing that this person has to do, all of us have our own responsibility to do this type of healing, okay? But I'm here to explain to you why it's not like there has to be the healthy detachment at the end of the day, because twin flames are here for a mission, specifically for God, right? And yeah, those things that person is going through are petty shit. I didn't say like immature things, are, you know, Peter Pan thing, like they don't want to grow up, you know, and like, yeah. But the thing is, when you're no longer in that energy, you're no longer accepting that, you're no longer like, you know, hurt or anything like that. You accept that, you're like, okay, I accept what you are. I'm just not gonna tolerate it, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna let you be disrespectful, or, you know, use me or use my energy for fuck all, right? So I feel like a lot of you guys are in this energy, at least Divine Feminine Empress, we're like kind of accepting that, which is a good thing, that right now where you're at, like God is blessing you and giving you a lot of beautiful abundance, you know, but especially because you're having that relationship with him, you're connecting with him. And that too, you're not easily tempted, you have self-control, addictions are like completely, like that is freedom, right? You're forgiving this person, all the people that have hurt you, but it doesn't mean that you have to like go back to that situation. You can love people from a distance, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are gonna have to learn that, you know, you are their lesson. Like they should never treat people how they treated other people. They should never disrespect, or yeah, it's just, that's their lesson. And for a lot of you, your person, your twin, Divine Masculine is, you know, especially because they didn't approach you, they were expecting you to approach them. That is toxic as okay, that's karmic, okay? And that too, that automatically make them karmics, okay? Which is why they attracted a bunch of karmics, psychos and sadists and stuff like that. Now they really regret it, right? They're in that regretful and like, oh, you know, and also that too, if they're watching, they're gonna be triggered by this. I'm sorry, but we all have to go through our karmic lesson, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of judgment. Also that too, they know that they feel like that you're judging them, right? You're giving this like judging, and it's not you, it's God, because God is giving you the instructions not to give this person energy anymore, right? God is giving you instruction that you have to have strong boundaries with this person if they come back, or when they come back, or when God tells them to come back, or when God tells them to speak up. But the thing is, the energy is that they're so embarrassed, okay? There's so much, because they were in that cower energy, right? That low vibrational energy, right? And that too, they held some type of animosity towards you, because they were blaming you for this not working out, for them choosing this karmic. It's really low vibrational, right? It's like you didn't put a gun on them to choose fucking whoever that's going on, right? Some of you, they're discovering like they're having children with these people, they're not even their child, okay? So they're trying to look for people to blame, right? But like, you chose that path, even though you were getting signs and everything that not to do that. But then again, that's their lesson that they have to go through, okay? I put that post on the community where about self-sabotage, okay? This person has always had the self-sabotage and rejection spirit around them. This is why it was them, they had to work it through, they had to like heal it through, but they kept avoiding it, right? They kept avoiding you, even though you could be literally what you are their mirror, you're the other half. Especially for doing this healing, you're ready for that, you're accepting the change, you're accepting it, okay? And they're resistant to change, right? They're resistant, I don't want to say weak, okay, but in a way, if they don't work on themselves, if they don't do the healing, if they don't connect with God, they are the weak link. And I'm going to give you an example. So you guys, even though you're in the physical and everything, there's the separation, right? There's no contact, there's, you know, but you still kind of connect with each other in dreams and telepathically, right? So let's say, and by the way, twin flame usually have similar dreams, they just don't want to talk about it. Physical, that's why they find this through like, wow, you know. But let's say in the dreams, which is the spiritual realm, okay, or they're having visions as well, if they are gifted as you are, okay, and they're tapping into it. If they're doing this healing, they're gonna start seeing things very, very clear, okay? God is going to remove the veil, or has been doing already. I feel like it has already. This is why it's just a lot. It's a lot of overwhelming. But then again, that love that you were probably given in the beginning was overwhelming for them. Was like, oh my God, you're like, or they thought that they could have better for some reason. For some of you, it's like they thought that because you're beautiful and you're all this, they thought that like, okay, if this person can give me attention and is trying to go after me, well, then I can find better. And it turns out that that was not the case, right? They really hit the wall, or they recognized not only the rejection they were getting from other people, but also it's like they had to reject all the low vibrational karmic women and stuff like that, throwing themselves at them and stuff like that. And they might have sexual relations and stuff, and this is why they feel kind of icky about themselves. I'm hearing disgusted, busted, disgusted. So this person might have done something. They could be also dealing with addiction. Most twin flames do. I'm just gonna be honest here. They do. Okay, that's how the enemy keeps them in the separation and keeps them trapped. And this is why they have to wake the fuck up, because this is why they are trapped in their own mind. Showing me the 8 of Swords. Yeah, their spiritual jail is them that they build it themselves. It's because they decide not to take accountability. They decide not to heal. They decide not to do what they got to do. Look at the light, right? And not think, oh, it's too shiny, so I'm gonna go to the dark. No, you go through the light. This is the problem. There are many problems, but that's the main one. 11, exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Now, what Spirit wants you guys to know, God wants you guys to know, is that these are God-ordained unions, okay? And it's beyond label. So twin flame is, if you think it's a twin flame, it's beyond that. It's a high level soulmate, it's beyond that, okay? And these two are completely different in terms of purpose and missions that they're meant to be doing here, okay? Now, the journey of a twin flame, the reason why there's no separation is together, but the reason why they're labeled in the sense is because the twin flame journey, a high level soulmate, the attacks, the karmic debt that they have to release, the mission, they might not survive. This is why, because it's too intense, only twin flames, chosen, very, very high level people with multiple gifts that comes from the Most High, they're like prayer warriors, okay? Those who are prayer warriors, they're twin flames, okay? Because they get heavily attacked by the enemy in every possible way. Now, if a high level soulmate, that's how they know, is because they never survive. They can't. It's too much, okay? This is why God have decided to give high level soulmate a different type of mission, a different, it's different. It's not the same, okay? And this is why twin flame is very hard. It's very difficult. There's a lot of heartbreaks. There's a lot of healing of the heart. There's a lot of releasing of karmic debt. There's a lot of past lives that, their mission, their calling. This is why the higher their suffering and pain and the sacrifices that they have to do, the bigger their blessings, right? So this is why a lot of people attack them, because they don't want them to have those blessings. But at the end of the day, who are you or who are me to say what, you know what I'm saying? No weapon against us shall prosper. And God is going to fulfill those missions whether people like it or not. I've been convicted about that, to refrain myself from, because it's not the same energy, okay? So Papa is trying to tell you guys that this kind of relationship, which is why even though I detach from that, from the journey, and I'm letting this person, deal what they gotta do, but doesn't mean that I'm just gonna, like, when this person, like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't want, hello, have you come to me? Why is it always I'm talking about my twin flame, there's always a duck? Look at this. Hey, baby. And there's another one sleeping over there, you see it? See, there's one taking action and the other one sleeping. Ah, bueno. Pero bueno. 14 on the clock. Empress. A lot of alchemizing. So I'm talking to a lot of alchemists here, or people learning about alchemy, right? Alchemizing, transmuting negative energy, okay? So what Papa is saying, he's saying it's beyond our control. Flesh, logical and rational understanding. It's a spiritual mission. Okay? So these energy are so like intense, okay? Especially because when when we feel the other person having a tower moment or going through an ego death or something like that, that we have been, we right away, even though we know this person hurt us, we're not like that. We're not gonna, so some of us, we're being guided. God tells us that's our test too, to pray for that person. We know that they didn't pray for us. We know that they actually contributed to part of our pain and suffering and stuff like that. But we're supposed to be the embodiment of Christ, like, right? And Christ didn't, after they crucify him and they put him in the cross and stuff like that, he didn't condemn anybody. He didn't do that. He came back. It was like, okay, forgiving. He gave his life for all our sins, for his friends. He did all of that because he loved everyone. And I know it's hard to that's our pride and our ego that is like, no, we're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? No, you can have strong boundaries. You don't need to go back to that hurt you, you know what I'm saying? And also that too, you gotta test their spirit. You gotta see if they have changed, if they're taking action, if they actually say what they mean, if they're not someone that is just coming in to self-sabotage and then go back and do fuck all, and like, you know what I'm saying? That you have to make sure of that, right? Why are you so close to here? Yeah, I feel like the other person feels like someone sleep or like you don't want them anymore. I mean, the tables definitely have turned, because I feel like a lot of you were waiting, you were longing for this person, you wanted this. It's like you saw everything. Like, gosh, like a lot of you, divine feminine, God showed you everything, and some of you, like, you wish that God didn't show you nothing. You're like, no. You're the leader, baby. You're the leader, and you're constantly healing. That's your journey. Okay. Oh, hey, another one. There's 3 here. Cute. Sorry, I get distracted. Yeah, they're very distracted. You're not, maybe you get a little distracted, but you get back into the journey. You get back into God's consciousness, Christ consciousness. You forgive. That's it. Forgive and forget. But don't forget the lesson, though. It's important. The lesson cannot be forgotten, okay? But you forget the action, the disrespect, the behavior, right? And you're just like, you know what? Because that's it. That's what the enemy is using them, unfortunately, to hurt you, to affect your heart. But you're not letting it, that's the key, right? Faith. You gotta have faith even through, because you trust God. God told you that was your person. For a lot of you, he literally told you, either through a dream or literally like you met the person and a couple days later he told you, he confirmed it to you. You're like, oh man. A lot of you dreaded that. You're like, no, right? Because you saw the potential, right, of this person, that what they could be and stuff like that, but then they fail, right? They disappoint you. You're like, oh my God, really? So they feeling this too. They feel that they fail you, that they disappoint you. And there you go. And then he's saying that the best gifts you can give to someone is your time, focus, presence, and love. So a lot of you're in this energy, right? This person did not do this, or hasn't done this, or hasn't communicated, or hasn't even, like, you know what I'm saying? They're still giving to other external things. They're still listening to negative talk or other people influencing them. For some of you, others of you, they cut all that shit off, and now they're in that wilderness hermit mode, and some serious spiritual ego death is going on here. Okay. And that too, I feel like it was like they felt pressure, they felt pressure, or it was too much to commit to you or be committal, right? This is people that they were for the streets, right? So a lot of you have to deal with the fact that your person is kind of like a player from the Himalayas, non-committal, but they were committed to other toxic things. Make it make sense, right? Or they commit to someone that was really, really toxic, but then again, I'm getting the sense that most of twin flames right now, their karmics are into very heavy dark witch magic witchcraft, dark magic, and stuff like that. And we rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Your person is learning this, and they kind of have to swallow their pride and their ego because you were right. You told them about this person. Some of you, you're other readers, or maybe you share other content from other people, and you were right. And they can't stand that, but they have to deal with it because you are very, very intuitive, okay? All right, so what's the other thing that Spirit wanted me to let you guys know? That don't pay attention too much to what they're doing. Like, I would suggest, like at least I'm speaking to divine feminines here, because divine masculine is like constantly on your energy, right? They're watching your social media, and if they don't want you to know that they're not watching, they're having all their fake accounts, they're watching you, okay? And you know they're watching, right? But what I don't agree with the situation, and I think this is something that God has telling me, yes, you have to speak about this, is that if you know or you feel it or you see on social media or something like that they are with someone, you really have to remove your energy. You don't want to deal with the karmic debt that this person is dealing. And I'm telling you from experience, because I was ignoring the energies where I didn't know that this person was with someone or something like that. And not saying that, we don't, not talking or anything like that, but the fact that they were kind of like energetically pulling on my energy so that they can deal with that person because they feel weak to break off or whatever situation. And that wasn't right, also that thing where they come into your energy, they make you think that they're coming back and stuff like that, but then they go back to the karmic thing because their fear is too much, right? Or their love is too much, or they self-sabotage. They have this self-sabotage prophecy where they think that you're gonna leave them or something like that. So this is some wounded masculine that have to work on that, because they had other partners that they have left them, that they have abandoned them, that they give their all and the person just choose somebody else, cheating on them and stuff like that. So they carry that karmic debt, and that's what they're here for. They're here to release it, right? Not with you though, that's the thing. Or it could be, it depends on God. You have to talk to God about that. But I feel like personally they should not bring that baggage to your new beginning or your new thing that you're supposed to be building together. That's just my belief. Now, one other thing that Spirit wants me to explain to you guys is, my leg hurts. Okay. The reason why divine feminines are the first to go through this energy, to realize that who is your person, to get the rejection, the abandonment, is because, yes, you are the leader because you transmute and alchemize this energy. So when they first do these things, and they, the healing that you do behind the scenes with God, the connection that you do with God, this is why in your chakras, these chakras are already open for you, right? When you go to the spiritual awakening and the ego death, right? So during the hermit mode, that wilderness, that celibacy period, that nurturing your gifts and talents, focusing on your abundance, your pentacles, right? Your stability, because God wants you both to be independent, okay? Regardless of situation, like this is why your person is going through this judgment and having a lot of financial problems, is because that's their karma. Because you chose the right path. You listened to God. You decided to say yes to the mission, and you are chosen because of that. But your person is chosen too, but they decided not to do that, right? So this is where the real healing comes in. And yes, their healing is much, much more harder because they lack faith. They were stuck in fear, and they chose something very, very, very dark, okay? Or decided to stay not only very dark, but decided to stay in addictions and just degrading their body and their spirit. And this is why they have a lot of depression and anxiety, because their soul is like mad at them, right? Their higher self too. By the way, their higher self, woo! This is why I only communicate with my person's higher self, is because their 3D, their flesh is too much. I can't deal with it. until I feel change. But that too, God has blocked me to not feel their energy anymore, at least in the 3D, until they work on themselves, fix themselves, do whatever they have to do, and stop pulling on my energy. Because that too, this person is constantly manifesting, you guys, manifesting, like dreaming about you, thinking about you constantly. Some of you, if this person is a musician or a writer or a painter, it's like they paint you, they write you, they fucking write songs about you, but they don't say fucking shit, right? So that's a huge manifestation. That's pulling on your energy. Thank you. Just like they're talking. Okay, he's left. Look at that one. There's another one here. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, but they know that they have this power, right? So they like, you know. But that guy is like, no, you don't have that power or control. I can take it away like this if you don't do the right thing. Okay, that's for someone. So yeah, the reason that also too is because the masculine divine feminine, they don't have the heart chakra in this activated. Yes, because before these are activated, the root and the sacral have to be activated, but theirs is not. Why? Because they are stuck doing sexual things and things that they shouldn't be doing, and that's how the enemy wants them. The enemy is trying to keep the sacral and their root, which is their money, their sexual energy and stuff like that, their addictions, their confidence, stuck, blocked. You get it? But you are the one who are the lead, because you have that already activated for yourself. This is why all your chakras are in line. Make sure that you're praying also to God to ask for Archangel Metatron to come at least once a week, or maybe if you feel some type of way, to cleanse your chakras. Okay, ask Archangel Metatron to cleanse your chakra, because Metatron has the key, he's a writer, right? He writes, so he knows all the details of what's going on. So he's the one who also keeps detail of the masculine karmics, everything, and reports to God. Okay, but he also is the one that can cleanse your chakra, so that those who are very gifted, he can cleanse your crown chakra. For example, the energy today was purple and green, he was telling me, and to cover my head today, he kept saying. So this is definitely people attacking the crown chakra and stuff like that. So Metatron gave me the heads up, guided by the Most High himself. And also I'm here to share that, so the divine masculine also is aware, and this is why it's very, very important. And I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. You do what you want, but you need to listen to your intuition, because you're dealing with a psychotic person, someone who needs to be in a mental institution or in prison. Okay, and they're not alone, they're collaborating with other people. Okay, so please go talk to God, and he will confirm with you. And you really need to cut the shit off, because I see knives. Okay, I feel like this person, I don't know if they walk with a knife around the house, or like, I don't know. Okay, it's like this person wants to stab you, because they don't want you to be with this person who they've been working so hard for you not to be with, but it's not working. You're still in love with this person. You're actually even more in love with this person. Love spells, all that shit, separation, all that shit is not working. Okay, so it's driving this person crazy, and not in a good way. And whoever you are, you should not be around people like this. Should not. So that's your warning. Now, divine feminines, I'm here to reassure your heart. You were right. Okay, honey buns. Just continue healing yourself. Whenever, if this person comes back or not, it doesn't matter at this point. You are in your Empress energy. Okay, you're stable, you can sustain yourself, and that's it. Like, God will let you know, some of y'all, you are going to soulmate energy. You're gonna have, because especially if this person decided to stay stuck in there and not fulfill God's mission, that's the other message that I got. Like, God was like, oh, okay, you don't want to do that? Yeah. Anyways, I have 2 readings that I have to do, so it could be related to this. For some of you, there's a new love, there's a new energy. Could be this person renew and restore, or it could be, if they're not doing the work and changing and following God, forget it. It's just, anyways, go confirm with God, because I'm not here to tell people what to do. But there is a new love for either a new love for you within yourself, a new love for, I don't know, it's like you deserve to be happy. You're not meant to live this life all by yourself and just waiting. Like, you're obedient, and God is going to reward you because you're obedient. He's not going to continue, like, this person have multiple chances, have multiple ways of how to reach you, and they're not doing it. So it's like, God doesn't bluff. He's like, okay, so you're not, okay, so somebody else is going to replace you. Yeah, he has done that. I'm telling you. Especially, like, for example, let me give you an example. For example, like me, like, let's say he's like, okay, I'm giving you the gift of writing, giving things. And that hasn't gone away, but I know that he keeps saying, like, okay, you're not going to publish the book. You're not going to do it. And I'm like, oh, I'm not ready, God. So right away, he gives the publishing, the opportunity and everything to somebody else who actually did the work. And I can't feel any type of way. I can't feel bad. I can only encourage that person and, like, and God loves that I do that, though. But he's like, but that was supposed to be you. And eventually will. He keeps saying, okay, there will be another round, but you got to be ready when that happens. So this is another thing, is that God will replace whoever it is that you think that you cannot be replaceable. And it's going to hurt. Because I'm talking about a book, a tangible, that can be done. But a person, once they're with somebody else, they're married and stuff like that, and they're not, forget about that. It's not going to happen. So God is giving a chance to someone here. 5:27 on the clock here. I've been seeing 27 a lot these days. 27. Something has to do with 27, 28. Yeah, there needs to be a change or a decision or making a decision, or, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's someone here going through judgment for not making the decision sooner, or for taking too long, or not doing what they have to do. It's just what it is. Okay, so yeah, and then divine feminine, so that's why you're awakened, okay? And then when the divine masculine, when they go to the spiritual awakening, okay, or their ego death, when they decide to let go of the addiction, or work on these things, or cut karmas, or stay celibate, or single for at least a couple months, fuck. Because that's another thing, is the loneliest spirit. This is masculine, they have the abandonment, right? So they think that being alone and stuff, like, they can't be alone, right? So this is it, because their chakra, their sacral and the root is blocked. But it's on purpose. That's why they have to do the work. You can't interfere. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Divine feminine, you can't. You can't heal this person. You can't change this person. They have to do it themselves. They have to choose that themselves, just like you did. Now, once they choose that, okay, which hopefully it's not too late. It's never too late, but hopefully it's not too late, especially if you're not single anymore. If you're not single anymore, then this message might not be for you, because I'm speaking to people who are single right now, who are, you're just okay being single, okay? And yes, that could be it, that God is giving you a confirmation that you're getting a new love. If this person doesn't get their shit together, is what it is. Because you're ready. You're ready for love. And it's coming, okay? Whether it's this person or a new person, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, God does not want you to be all, like, he wants you to be with someone, being love and giving love, and that's it. This person needs to love themselves more, and just what it is, okay? Because it doesn't make sense that they pray over you, they pray for you, they manifest you, but there's no action. So it's like they're still in the energy of lack of faith. And that's what God is saying, like, you don't have faith in me, so that means you don't trust me. So you're not going to do it. You're not going to talk. You're not going to call. That's it. God is like, okay, so you don't believe in me. You don't believe that that this is your person. You don't believe that I told you that this is your person. The same thing with you, divine feminines. You don't believe that person is your person. You don't believe that God can literally do the impossible with this person and bring that person back to you. It's a test. Everything is a test. Everything is a lesson. That's what we're here for. Our main point is to forgive, have compassion, because we don't know what that person is going through, okay? Send them love, but just detach in a healthy way. You don't have to be, constantly, like, they need to learn what that meant, what you went through when they decided, oh no, I don't want that. Like, yeah, that's what it is. They have to go through what you went through. God is literally creating a way for them to feel what you felt. But the reason is that person needs to learn how to transmute and alchemize that energy. It's all for a purpose. It's to them activate their sacral and root chakra, so that they can be in the same frequency as you. You get it? Everything is done for a purpose. This karmic in their life is a purpose. It's part of that purpose. But they're not meant to stay there. They have to close that cycle. And they need to learn that on their own. You can't help them with this. You can't push them. You can't make someone heal. You can't. You just cannot. Okay? So now, once they just do the work and close cycles and do what I gotta do, break generational curses, they definitely have to break a generational curse with their family. They have very toxic as fuck family for sure. Okay, if you had to literally leave all your family and stuff like that, they are in the same. That's what twin flames are. This person is stubborn as fuck and it's not doing it and is still stuck in this. It's just, they're not learning anything. Because you don't, once you're done with the lesson, if you stay in a karmic thing, you don't learn anything. You don't grow. You just stay there, stagnant, comfortable, in misery and filth. Because that's what it is. Or you choose the path of growth. Which, yeah, it is what it is. Now, the other thing that I was saying, he was saying that once they activate the root and their sacral, especially when they start being single and literally, cleanse, okay? Especially if they have a lot of sexual encounter. For a lot of you who I'm speaking, divine feminines, if you've been single for a long time and you don't have a multiple, you're pure down there. Doesn't matter if you had kids in the past, if you had other no. For a lot of you, that period, some of you is 5 years, 7 years, okay, of celibacy, right? And this is why you're able to be stable, and the root, your foundation was built from God. This is why it's so strong. This is why no weapon against you shall prosper. They cannot use you as a weapon anymore. It's not working, which is why they're attacking your person, which is why they're trying to keep that person in your vibration. Because when you guys unite together, it's like 2 galaxies combined. It's so strong. Also, the 2 of you is like against anything. No spell work, witchcraft, none of that can work anymore. This is why the enemy does not, it's against marriages and kingdom marriages and stuff like that. Especially kingdom marriages, especially those who pray, who love God, who are doing God's mission. And it's sad. That's why a lot of you're sad lately, because you wish this person's get it. You wish that they get on the ball and do what they got to do, but you can do that. They have to learn to build that resilience, that too, that courage, that inner strength that comes from within. They have to tap into God. They have to talk to God for this. And that too, they cannot build with you if they can't protect you, if they don't have the courage to even talk to you or communicate with you. You can't build something with someone like that. Okay? So they have to work on that. And it doesn't mean that you have to wait for them, though. That's another thing. Do not wait. You're not supposed to be waiting for them. You're not. You're supposed to be continually going to the light. They want to meet you. They meet you in that frequency. I'll talk about that. There's a reading about that. You just have to continue looking at the light. Okay, that's the path. You want to come with me? Oh, you don't? Okay, well, continue. They're going to meet you. I'm telling you, whatever they're going, whatever they went, they're going to regret it. They always do. Because the grass is never greener on the other side. It's always where you at. They also have to build a little green place for themselves so that they can build it with you, so that they can combine it with you. So if they're not doing that, that is not up to you, though. Trust me, they're getting messages, they're getting signs from their higher self, they're getting a whiplash from your ancestors and angels, I'm telling you. And I don't believe that this person is not shifting and changing, okay? For a lot of you, there is that feeling, there is that energy that there are, okay? Sometimes God will allow them to communicate, to like confirm to you and stuff like that. You might have been dreaming about this person, but one thing what I'm saying is that a lot of you, if you're really spiritual and stuff like that, you need to discern in the spirit and the dreams as well. Like, I had a dream where I thought I was with my person, and that too, when I realized, I'm like, wait a second, this is not my person. Or it is, but they had like a spirit inside of them. So I literally have to go tap into their heart, like literally their heart, and take the fucking demon out. And I don't know where this sword came from in my dream. I had a sword and I fucking cut the head off of the demon. I even freaked my person out because they were like, a lot of you, that's your prayers. Your prayers, when you pray, especially before you go to sleep, you literally are you're a spiritual warrior. And yes, when your person fucks up, and I don't know how that demon got into this my person, but it happens, right? You are the person that you can't hesitate. You gotta fucking take it out and cut the fucking head off, right? And as soon as you wake up, start praying. So a lot of you've been doing that. And God is getting fed up, because you can't be doing that forever. This person needs to get it together or fuck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you guys are fed up. Others of you, they feel some type of way for the way you speak or how you talk or whatever. Okay, well, that's another thing that they have to build the strength, because you are allowed to feel this way. You are allowed to feel how you're feeling. They just have to grow some balls, and you know what I'm saying? And deal with it. And go above you, because they have the strength and courage just as you to take it, right? But a lot of you, is the hurt that is talking. That's why God keeps us, takes away our energy. It's like, okay, no, not the time, because you're hurt, and it's okay. Because you feel it kind of like, you're like, excuse me, now you're coming back after you've been in the field. Like, yuck. Yeah, that's what it is. And they feel the same way. They feel like you don't want to deal with them, that you don't want, like, what's the point of them coming towards you? But it's not about that. It has never been about that pity stuff. But it's like, you have a dead, like, if you don't water a plant and you don't nurture it and give it love, what do you expect? That you're just gonna, only God can do that, can revive that plant back to life. Okay, so that's what it is. You guys feel that you're like a dead plant, like dry, and like nothing ever happened. Like, it was just like, and only your faith and your hope that kept you going. God kept you going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you, you're a plant that grew in like dirt and stuff. Like, there's no actual solid ground. It's just like a concrete, right? But that's God, And now this person wants to come in and like, no, they have to earn it. Right? They have to show that it's even worth your time, that to even like listen to them or whatever, I don't know. For a lot of you, it's like you're kind of done with this, you're fed up with this, and you're like, okay, I'm going to continue my path. I'm going to help other people, because I know that there's other people that they're able to overcome this, and you know what I'm saying? And then hopefully this person will get over their childish way and their immature way, and not using their gifts, because they're very gifted to communicate. But with you, it's like they are tongue-tied. They can't communicate. Why? Because they fucked up. They know they fucked up. But a lot of you need to continue healing, okay? All right, that's what I have for you guys. Is that it, Papa? Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to tell you, the other thing is I got a dream. So this is for specific twin flames, okay? Okay, so the dream I had, there was 2 raccoons, okay? One of them, they were entering my apartment through my balcony window, okay? It's my new apartment now. And so one of them was at the end of the bed, removing the blanket, like eating the blanket, and like I could hear the sound and stuff like that, okay? And I don't know, for some reason I had a broom, so I started like kicking at the broom, and it kept going everywhere in the house, and I kept kicking in the room, and literally my daughters were sleeping, but they wouldn't hear it. So I was like, okay. So I kicked one out, and then I closed the balcony door, and then I realized I hear another one, like you hear like snoring kind of thing, and I was like, what the hell? And then I look under the bed, and there was another raccoon sleeping. Okay, so I took the broom again and started taking it out, and this one got so angry, like it was angry and it wouldn't leave, it wouldn't go, okay? And then until finally got out, and I finally closed the door and lock it, okay? So for a lot of you twin flames, you need to understand that there's people, not only raccoons, go check out the raccoons spiritual meaning, okay? Because it has 2 meanings. There has a good meaning and then the other one. The meaning of the other one is like, raccoons are dirty, right? They're filthy, okay? And they like to steal. They like to steal food. So a lot of you could have 2 people trying to steal something from you. One is like, wanted to like, like make you angry or some type of way, okay? And broom can be like, you know, cleansing, right? Cleaning, right? Also, I find brooms, you know, from the right witchcraft, the right witches, okay? Broom means protection and also ancestors as well, okay? The other one that wouldn't leave is one that is actually harnessing your energy, okay? And it's like making you drain with the sleeping energy, and then once you find out and you're aware of it, it gets angry and it starts like, you know, retaliating and stuff like that. But you really have to, you have the authority to rebuke it and take it out, okay? The other one, taking the blanket in the bed, it's something about, because the bed was like the sheets, I don't even own a white sheet, but the sheets was white. So something about purity, at your purity, or someone's purity, like they trying to remove that from you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you're not like the rest of them. So they're trying to steal that from you, or they're trying to make other people see you in a different way, maybe dirty, or making you feel some type of way, of shame or something like that. Like, it's weird, okay? Yeah. So that's the message. Literally. I'm going to do 2 other readings that I have left, but I think I did. Yeah, it's something about money though. You have 2 people, either they're trying to steal money, they're trying to steal abundance from you, and they're angry when they get caught, or when you learn how to cleanse yourself, you learn how to ground yourself, when you learn how to, like, when you meditate, when you're praying, when you're rebuking, okay? Yeah. So make sure that and it's 2 people, okay? So be aware of these 2 people, okay, for any of y'all, because they do not have the best intentions for you. All right. I hope this is helpful, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know if this resonated, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.